Prince Harry was cautioned over his method of communicating with Prince William and Prince Charles ahead of his memoir, with a royal expert urging him to open a dialogue with the two before it is published. The Duke of Sussex will soon be returning to Britain, this time with cameras in tow, according to reports. It is thought that he plans to visit as part of his mammoth Netflix deal, believed to be worth £109 million. Harry currently has just one documentary in the pipeline, a film that will follow competitors of next year's Invictus Games at The Hague, the Netherlands. His filming schedule will see him pay a visit to his grandmother, the Queen, after being filmed giving a speech at the Army's Rehabilitation Centre in Nottinghamshire. It could lay the foundations for him to open talks with his father and brother, Prince Charles and Prince William, who Harry has become estranged from in recent months. Marlene Koenig, a royal expert, told Express.co.uk that the Duke must communicate with the two before the release of what are expected to be his bombshell memoirs. She said if Harry believed that spilling more secrets in his book was the right way to go about communicating with his family, he was missing the context of the situation. Ms. Koenig said, "While I think Meghan Markle and Harry need to do what they want to do, both sides need to communicate. If this is how he's communicating, by writing a book, he's missing the context that he needs to talk to his father. Because life is a circle, he could have the same thing happen to him. He talks about being a good father, we don't know how his son will react years later, he could have issues." Harry did appear to briefly rekindle relations with William and Charles. When he returned for his grandfather Prince Philip's funeral, The Sun reported that he met with the pair for 2 hours after the ceremony. Just weeks before, Harry had sat down with US talk show host Oprah Winfrey, aiming several allegations at senior members of the royal family, including on failing Meghan's mental health and racism against their first child, Archie. Many hoped that the talks would mark a new chapter in their relationship. Yet, not a week later, Harry appeared in the podcast, Armchair Expert, with celebrity Dax Shepard. Here, he discussed how he was the victim of genetic pain and suffering, these things having been passed down to him by Charles, who by turn had had them handed to him by the Queen and Philip. He also went on to talk about his trials and tribulations growing up as a member of the royal family in the first episode of his and Ms. Winfrey's Apple TV Plus series, The Me You Can't See. Many were eagle-eyed when the Duke returned again to the UK in July, this time meeting with William to unveil a statue of their late mother, Princess Diana. While the brothers looked at ease in each other's company, reports suggest Harry sped off after the unveiling, and was soon on a flight back to California. Joanna Williams, director of SHIO, a think tank, and head of education and culture at Policy Exchange, said Harry's repeated revelations and complaints ran in stark contrast to his life of privilege. She told Express.co.uk, "He somehow manages to play the victim card at every available opportunity and thinks that his victim status, whether it's through mental health or through racism by proxy because of his relationship to Meghan, allows him to preach to the rest of us. Whether that be about protecting the environment whilst jetting off on private flights, or racism, or mental health.